All right, PLC, the regular season is done. It's playoff time. It is round one of the playoffs. It's officially best of three time. You know, all the single game action, all that stuff is out the window. Plus minus doesn't matter anymore. It's all about wins and losses. Can I get 2 wins before I take 2 losses? If yes, I move on. If no, I go home. It is that simple. This is the best time of the year, and we're going to talk about it. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I don't want to talk too long and delay any further. Enjoy, and I will see you guys in chat and all that good stuff. Peace.
It's playoff weeks for PLC Season 10. It's not for us though, we are left outside looking in. So this voice is not gonna be a talk of strategies against our opponent. This voice is gonna be a trip down memory lane and reflecting about what was the good parts of this season and what was the bad parts. I'm gonna be honest, there was a lot of bad parts, and this season was a bit of a mess, to be perfectly honest. Like, I wasn't in the right mindset most of the time, which honestly shocked me, to be perfectly honest. Like, honestly, like, really, like, during draft, let's start there. During draft, I felt, like, decently confident about my team. I knew it wasn't perfect, but, like, it felt like one of the better draft league teams that I had drafted in my time here in the PLC. But I quickly realized that it was a team that was super predictable, and people knew how to counter it. And as a result, like, the victories that we got this season was like really late, I feel like, and even then there was a lot of pressure. Let's look back a little bit. We had week 1 versus Jay. That was a hot mess. The first 2 weeks I consider to be incredible taboos because I played like shit, and it just nothing went how I had planned it. Like, everything just went completely sideways and just wasn't fun. So the first 2 weeks, Jay and Justin, just hot messes overall. And then we had week 3. We played freaking Brendan, and that match I felt like could have been a bit more. Like, it definitely could have been a match we won. Like, I still think it would have come down to like that 1-0 thing, because it was an incredibly close match. Like, but one of the more fun ones this season. And definitely that one thing about it coming down to me, whether I said trick room or not, like, that's unfortunate, but that's on me. If I'd thought of it, I definitely would have like set it up like way faster. The thing about it is that I think that I thought that like one of the hits that the Dunsparce put in was like, it looked like that they wouldn't be able to kill with the next hit. And I misread that play, and then I just didn't get to set up Trick Room again, and that's totally on me. And then we go to week 4. That's another one of the bad ones. We've played Speakman there, and we faced meme unkillable freaking wall wheezing. There's also the fact that just I'm not used to wheezing being that big of a threat and being so annoying. So there's that. I am used to slacking being a fucking powerhouse. And excuse my cursing there, by the way. But yeah, I'm used to slacking being a powerhouse. So I focused on that, and that was a mistake. And in the end, I just gave up and was like, nah, this is not winnable. And then we are looking into week 5. We face Ty. Now, Ty and I, we had a history 2 seasons ago where I beat him 5-0. That's not one I consider a real victory because he surrendered, and overall he that was a season he did not feel good about. Like, I'm not trying to call out Ty here for being bad or anything. I'm just saying what I remember him saying back then. And like, I guess we all have those seasons. Like this time, it was me who had a season I feel crap about. But yeah, but Ty took that one victory. He definitely got his redemption versus me that one time. And yeah, he got a win versus me. Overall, our standings are: I have 2 wins versus him, and he has 1. Um, Following that week, we are going into week 6. Now, this was the turning point because we faced Brian, and this was our first win actually. Like, this was a win there that actually like kind of sort of gave me a confidence boost. And again, shout out to freaking Miss Magius for cleaning house and stuff. Obviously Porygon 2 for the Dondozo kill. That Porygon 2, like, Everlight Porygon 2 is something I've come to really appreciate this season. So yeah. Then we had a mid-season, and obviously no battles. But we made some transactions that definitely did buff our team, and it was definitely some needed stuff. There was Hisui and Arcanine that we grabbed. We grabbed Chandelure later on the wire following the weekend. And then we had week 7 versus SB. Formerly the S-Boy Showdown, now S-Boy versus S-Girl. Another 4-0 victory, and a really needed one. I honestly thought I was doomed, to be perfectly honest, because he killed my designated Gudra check like very early. It was Palmoth, but he killed it, and I was like, oh crap. But it turns out he was not a serious Gudra set, so yeah. So I was able to clear out a 4-0 victory there. And that was 2 wins in a row, and I was starting to feel really happy again and like be like, maybe we have a chance. Then week 8 comes around, and I walk straight into a crit trap. That was a Reese. He had Meowscarada with Flower Trick, hitting Anchor Point Tauros, which was Tauros Blaze, by the way. And that was just able to sweep my whole team. Like, somehow I got a kill, but he easily could have 6-0'd me. So yeah, that's our win streak snap there. We're going into week 9, and that was a bit of a turnaround because I got the 5-0 I had lost in week 8. I got back on week 9. It was versus Sukuna, and that was another one that like was really fun actually. Like, actually fun match, because like there was a lot of things where, like, honestly, Sukuna could very well have like pulled that back. Like, if Confusion Lock had been more on her side, as well as if she had gotten more hits in with Sun. Like, that Sun, I was really scared of at one point, because that, I think it was that crit on Gyarados on Charizard that like really like was like, oh shit. So that was a wild card. But I managed to pull that out 5-0. And with that, I still had a chance for playoffs, which I immediately thought was snapped in week 10. We played Jalen, and it was just 1-2-3, and I was done. Like, somehow I managed to make it 4-0, but it could have easily been 6-0. Like, I did not play well that match and misread a lot of his things, and he just played freaking well. Like, honestly, shout out to Jalen for that one. Very great win. That was something I did not predict, and I played poorly as a result. I'm not gonna take that away from you. Very great win on your part. And after that, we go into a week where I played Corey, and after my loss to Jalen, I was like, ah, shit's over. But then I was told that like It isn't over yet. I have to beat Corey and I have to beat Ian. But Corey, I've got to be honest. Corey was the third part about this where it was like I did not stand a chance and I played really poorly. Like, if I'm putting it all out there, Jay, Justin, Iris, Jalen, and Corey. Those are the five. Those are the five where I think I did not play well and I really just lost hope really quickly. Like, I guess Speakman's another one, but that's just honestly just poorly thought out things on my part, like with the wheezing and all. If I'd focused on wheezing, maybe I've stood a chance. But yeah, the five I just mentioned, those are the ones that I consider to be the worst. The worst matches this season, and honestly, I really just wish I'd played better looking back. But I guess my mindset was just like my mentality was just not there this season, and I just can't explain it. Like, and then we had Ian. Like, that's just me being stupid. Because I keep forgetting Defiance a thing, and people will bring that, and I had Intimidate Ouija. It was freaking Jay all over again. I somehow got a kill though, so that's still, but I couldn't stop his playoffs. So I'm the only one in hell, I guess. Well, except for the ones of you that didn't make it either. But yeah, I had a chance and I blew it. So overall, I'm not happy with this season, and I'm really like part of me right now just want to gear down, and maybe I'll join off season, and maybe I will not. It depends on what it is, but other than that, I'm really just saying, nah, recharge and hibernate until freaking season 11, and then do better then. Do better then, and that's gonna be the season where you're gonna kick butt. But I guess only time will tell. I've said that a lot this season, but yeah, but this season's over, and honestly, like during the match with Ian, I was just like, I want to get this over with, and I want to relax now. Like, for the first time, I actually felt exhausted from a PLC season. But yeah, it is what it is, and this was just not one of our good seasons. So, but I've rambled on for way too long, and this was just supposed to be my overall thoughts, and I felt like going over my thoughts over all the weeks just as a little reflect train. Now that the season's over and all that. But I've rambled on for too long, and it's time that I say goodbye, and I will see you, if not for off season, then at least for season 11. This has been Selina, coach of the Area Zero All Stars, signing off.
All right, y'all. We're here. The regular season is over, and it's playoff time. So I've mentioned, like, for the past couple weeks that the end of the regular season was my favorite time of the season. And I think I may have been mistaken. The end, like the last 3 weeks of the season are fun because like every match is important, and you know, if you win, you move up. If you lose, you go down, but it depends on what the players around you do. I think I may have been mistaken. I think the playoffs, that's probably my favorite part of the season. So I think that's fair to say because every match is important times 10. You know what I mean? It's not about standings anymore. It's about win or go home, and that's where we're at. So it's really cool. I'm excited. I'm happy to be playing in the playoffs again this year. Last year I missed it, and I'm just excited to not be on the outside looking in this time, just because I want to compete for a championship. That's kind of what I'm here for. So, all right, I don't want to get all sappy and talk about playoffs and stuff. It's just fun. I love it. Okay, but yeah, standings. I don't even really want to talk about standings this week because we've all seen the standings. You know, again, they get posted every week, and you look at them, and cool. The only things I want to talk about real quick are, you know, who are the top 4, and then the 5 through 12, just to say, you know, where everyone's at. And who's competing this week versus next week and all that good stuff. So the top 4 players this year, I actually ended up at number 1, which is kind of interesting. It's like a new spot for me. I'm not going to lie to you. But I am number 1 with a record of 10-2. Dan is number 2 with a record of 10-2 as well. Props to Dan, had a great year. Aris, on a cool 7-game win streak, is the number 3 player at 9-3. Brendan is the number 4 player, also at 9-3, who won the tiebreaker rock, paper, scissors match with Jay, Jay is the number 5 player, also at 9-3. Then we have, okay, so I kind of segued into the 5 through 12 here, but the top 4 players are not playing this week. They are waiting until next week. We will play the winners of the round 1 matches that are being played this week, and those round 1 players are as follows. Jay in the 5 spot, Zach in the 6 spot, Bosch in the 7 spot, Ty in the 8, Mike in the 9, Ian in the 10, Corey in the 11, and Jay Wade rounds out the playoff competitors in the number 12 spot. Okay, cool. Standings done. Now what I want to do is talk about the matchups. So this week, again, this is round 1 of the playoffs. This is the best of 3 playoff bracket. We're not doing play-ins when we have... I think we do play-ins when you have 10 players that make playoffs. With the number of players we had participate in the regular season, 20. We let 12 players go to the playoffs, and everything is best of 3 immediately. We don't do a play-in round. Which, I mean, this is actually kind of fun. I like this. I like both brackets, I'm not going to lie. But the 10 players making it works better when you have like less players competing in the regular season. So I think historically we've had 16 players, 10 people make playoffs. We've had 18 players, 10 people make playoffs. But again, we've had 20 players this year, 12 of us make playoffs, and here we are. So in the round 1 playoff bracket, sounds weird. That's not the best way to say that or describe it, but in round 1 of the playoffs, I think that's a better way, we have number 5 and number 12. So Jay and Jay Wade. Jay and Jay Wade, the Battle of the Jays 2.0, if you will. They've played each other in the regular season 5 times. Jay has won 3 of those matchups. Jay Wade has won 2. So Jay, in the regular season, does have the slight edge. In the playoffs, they've actually played once, and I forgot to find out when that was. So I'm actually going to go do that really quickly, because that is one thing that I did not grab that I meant to. So, oops. They've played one time in the playoffs, and Jay Wade actually won that matchup. So that's why I want to find out what season that was, because it wasn't season 9. Was it season 8? No. Brian beat Jay Wade in playoffs in season 8. Was it season 7? No, because Jay beat Ian in the play-ins in season 7. Goodness, the PLC has so much history, dog. Jay Wade beat Aris in the play-ins in season 6. Season 5? Oh my gosh, dude. Jay Wade beat Ian in the playoffs. In the play-ins. No, Ian beat Jay Wade, so Jay and Jay Wade didn't play. That was season 5. Season 4? Oh my gosh, do we have to go back? All these... Yes, we do. Season 4. What year was that? Goodness. That was 6 years ago? Oh my gosh, are you serious? So, Jay and Jay Wade, in the regular season, again, they played 5 times. Jay has won 3 of those matches. In the playoffs, they've played 1 time in the play-in round in season 4. And Jay Wade won that matchup. Wow, we had to go back like 6 years just to get that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so Jay Wade did beat Jay in their season 4 play-in match. And wow, that's crazy. Okay. And then this season, they actually did play once, or they played a match this year in week 5, and Jay won that match. So overall, Jay has won 4 of 7 of their matchups. Jay Wade has won 3. But, I mean, the playoff matchup in season 4 did carry Jay Wade on and knock Jay out. So that's actually crazy. Again, going back 6 years. Goodness, we've been doing this for a really long time. All right, so good stuff. There's a lot of history there. So these other matchups, we don't have as much history, but let's just jump into the next match, which is the number 6, Zach, versus the number 11 seed in Corey. So in the regular season, historically, Zach has beaten Corey once. In the playoffs, they've never matched up. And then this season, Corey did actually beat Zach. So overall, they both have a win, a regular season win against the other. And they played this year. And what's interesting about it is, I think Speakman actually touched on this on stream, is that they did play week 5 as well. And Corey won. It was a 0-0 0 win. So the plus minus was 0. Corey must have knocked out Zach's last Pokemon, and then his Pokemon fainted to whatever it may have been. I don't know if it's Poison, Burn, Rocky Helmet, not sure. But yeah, it was a win by 0. So just as close as you could get. There's not a closer outcome. So that's interesting. And again, you wouldn't think that Zach has 3 championships, and Corey, coming out victorious this year. It's like, that's not necessarily what you'd expect, because Zach is such a prominent player, or a prolific player, or whatever the adjective you want to use to describe him. He's really good. But Corey got that dub this year. So we'll see if Zach can avenge that. But yeah, we'll see who comes out of this best of 3 this year. It's exciting to see. All right, next up we have the number 7 player Bosch, who is a rookie, going up against Ian, who's the number 10 seed player, and they don't have any history, naturally, because Bosch is a rookie. He has no experience with the PLC before this year. They did play one time this season, and Bosch did win. That was in week 7. So Bosch holds the overall 1-0. And again, you wouldn't necessarily expect that outcome either, because Ian does have a history of going to finals. I think he's been to 2 or 3 finals. He's been playing since season 1, so he has so many, not countless. It's like upwards of 80, 90, maybe 100 at this point. PLC matches, not counting playoffs. And then if you count the playoffs, he probably does have over 100, into the 110 and 120s, something like that. But yeah, Ian's been playing this for a long time. And then Bosch, again, in his rookie year. But he did get that win in week 7. So this is the start of their playoff history against each other. So it'll be fun to see how this turns out. And then the last matchup for this week, again, this is round 1. This is the 8 seed player in Ty, going up against defending champion and current 9 seed player in Mike. And they have a little bit of history. So they've played historically 3 times in the regular season. Ty has won 1 of those matchups, Mike winning 2 of them, and they've played in the playoffs once as well. And let's go find out when that is, because I didn't take note of that either. But Mike did win that sole playoff matchup. So all in all, Mike has 3 wins, Ty has 1. But again, I think the playoff matchup probably being the most important of their matchups. And it was a best of 1, because Mike only won 1 game. It wasn't last year, season 8. Brendan, wasn't season 8, was it season 7? Jay and Ian, Mike and Ty, it was. Okay, so in season 7, Mike beat Ty in the play-in round. Mike was the 7 seed, Ty was the 10 seed, so the roles were a little reversed. But yeah, Mike did come out victorious. So again, Mike's kind of leading their overall win-loss 3-1, but I mean, not even but he also has, again, probably the most important victory in that play-in match. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So this is actually, it's fun. So again, the last couple weeks of the regular season are fun, because you do get to see, if I win, I go here. If the person below me wins, if the person above me wins, we go here, we go there. Plus minus becomes a thing. All that goes out the window once you make playoffs. Once you're in the bracket, plus minus doesn't matter anymore. It's all about getting wins. So I need 2 wins. I need to get 2 wins before you get 2 wins. It's just that simple. Everything is best of 3 going forward, and this is the funnest time of the season. This is point blank period, the best time of the season. So if you make it to playoffs, everything is high stakes. Your decisions come into play that much, not even that much more than they do in the regular season, because naturally they're still important in the regular season, but in the playoffs, again, if you lose 2 games, you're done. It's just that simple. There's a little bit of relief when you do lose the games. It's like, okay, my season's done. I don't have to plan anymore. I don't have to battle next week. It's over. It's done. But with that, your hopes of winning a championship are dashed. You're at that point a spectator. So, and the person that beats you gets to carry on with their championship aspirations. So it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like if you lose, you're done. A little bit of relief. Sure, it's upsetting. It's like, oh, that sucks. But at the same time, I don't have a battle next week. That mental strain is just relieved immediately. And if you win, it's like, okay, I'm on to the next round. Let's do this. But then it's like, I've got to plan a best of 3 against this opponent next week. Oh my gosh. So the stress, the mental strain that you assume as soon as you win a playoff round is still present. It's interesting. But you do have a chance, an opportunity. And at that point, like, nothing's even guaranteed. So it's like you win round 1. Congratulations, now you're on to round 2. You win round 2. Congratulations, now you're on to round 3. You win round 3. Bro, you're in finals now. It's like you're not even guaranteed to win a championship if you win rounds 1, 2, 3. You're still, the mental strain is still there, and it's going to be present until you win that finals match. So, yeah, it's an interesting, it's fun. It's just the best. So, all right, 12 minutes of me talking. I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and I will see you guys in chat. Peace.